Hey, how's it going everyone? Teysind here, and today I want to talk about the top 5 GameCube games I would love to see come to the Virtual Console on the Nintendo Switch. As you may have seen, I recently did a video at the end of last year on the top 5 PlayStation 2 games I'd love to see on the PS4, and I can't say anymore how much there are so many GameCube games that I would love to see come into the Virtual Console that we never got with the Wii U. Hopefully with the Switch, with its portability, with the attraction of all these GameCube games that people want to play and that costs a lot, that we will get to see these in some form on the Virtual Console. So yeah, kicking things off with number 1, Super Mario Sunshine. Who wouldn't love a Super Mario Sunshine on the Virtual Console? Not only is it a game that is sort of well sought after, and probably more so now since Super Mario Odyssey has been announced, it's also a little costly, at least here in Australia, but the best thing is that Super Mario 64 is already on the Virtual Console, which I'd assume would also be coming to the Virtual Console on the Switch. And with Super Mario Odyssey coming, we could get all 3 games together. Super Mario 64 on the Virtual Console, Super Mario Sunshine on the Virtual Console, and then Super Mario Odyssey. So for people that are coming in and playing like Mario for the first time, they can play these games too, and maybe they will find out these games are on the Virtual Console prior to Odyssey coming out. So they may pick up a Switch earlier and then play through those games so that they're ready when Super Mario Odyssey comes out. So I think that would be an awesome one. Second one, Eternal Darkness. This is a game I've never played, but I've always been really fascinated in wanting to play it and get it. Again, it's quite an expensive game I haven't been able to come across. But it's just, so in terms of horror games, I'm not the best when it comes to them, but if there's a really strong story and stuff, I do have this interest in hearing about Eternal Darkness, how like you have to play it 3 times differently, and then you come to the final, the ending after all 3 playthroughs, and it's like some eureka moment and stuff, or it's a very well worth the time, at least I've heard from people who've played it. It really interests me, and then hearing things like the sanity meter, that would be awesome. Imagine if they actually went the extra step and they incorporated some sanity meter stuff into the Switch, so like all of a sudden one of the Joy-Cons just stops working, or your screen just breaks the Switch screen, or it gives you some animation to make it look like, or it comes up with a notification that the micro SD slot is faulty, something like that. That'd be cool. I've heard the studio are working on a game at the moment. I believe it was Super Metal Dave 64 did an interview with the director, one of the directors. I think he's Canadian, I can't remember his name, but they were talking about a game that he's making without going too far into detail. So I wonder, would this be a spiritual successor or a sequel to Eternal Darkness, something that would have elements of it? Again, it would be an awesome way to then bring Eternal Darkness onto the Virtual Console prior. Moving on to number 3, F-Zero GX. We haven't seen F-Zero in a long time. The GameCube F-Zero, I believe, was the last one. Let me know in comments below if there was another one, maybe portably or something. But we're now seeing games like, Fast Racing Neo sort of fill that void. And also a new game coming out, Redout. I believe it's on Steam, but it's also coming out on the Switch soon. But it's still not a F-Zero game. I really want that F-Zero experience. So if we're not getting that, or if we make it that far down the track, it would still be great that they sort of bring some, sort of fill that gap and give us an F-Zero, even if it's a port of, the GameCube one on the Virtual Console, and still we can play locally, multiplayer and stuff. They can do some stuff so you can play it wirelessly with other people. Absolutely awesome. Going on to number 4. Baten Kaitos. I'm not sure how you say it. This is a game that I didn't really know much about, and I'd seen before, and I'd heard the name and heard about it before, but I didn't really look into it until a friend told me about it. He really loves the game. He said he's got it, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this game looks awesome, and it looks like this RPG, but it's got a card element in it. I'm not sure if it's exactly like Lost Kingdoms. When I think of card elements in games, the only game I've played that's had that is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, and I love it. Whichever form it adds another layer of depth. Some people may not like that depth, others like, I know there are some RPGs that add in like timing with stuff like Lost Odyssey, Shadow Hearts. I always like RPGs that do try it, sometimes they're not successful, but regardless, it's still giving you a unique sort of play style. So that would be really cool, and also another very expensive game, and being an RPG lover, I really love to play it. Which takes me on to the 5th and final game, and the game I would love to see most on the Nintendo Switch GameCube Virtual Console. That is Skies of Arcadia. I wanted to play this game for so long, and I could just not find a copy for any reasonable price. And most copies I have found, they're all, being sold from United Kingdom as well. And this game, what loves me about this is that I've seen the whole, sort of the overworld exploration, but you're exploring from the skies and stuff too, and that brings back, I get the feelings of a bit of Rogue Galaxy, a bit of FF9. Most people won't connect when I say that initially, but there are areas you can explore in the sky. Obviously, you're not traversing them the same, but when I think of games that involve sky travel or ground travel and sky travel, it's like there's a whole other areas to explore, with secret bosses and stuff like that. And then, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X also has sky islands and stuff. I'm not too sure. I haven't played through that game, but still, knowing that Skies of Arcadia has that sort of exploration style and just being a really solid JRPG on a sort of pre-HD era, I'd love to see that come onto a new HD console, looking beautifully on the GameCube Virtual Console and the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, those are my 5 games I would love to see on the Switch. Let me know in the comment section below, what games would you love to see? I'm sure there's a lot more that you could all go through. Feel free to do a video response if you'd like, it'd be awesome. And leave a link down below to your video. I'd be more than happy to check it out. Excited to see sort of what you would love to see. So yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sharing, subscribing. And until next video, stay spot on.